confidence comes with age. Okay. Now that I'm more mature and I'm in my 30s, I'm very vocal about the things that I like. So that comes with time. Hey, best friend.
Hey, best friend.
Episode 10, girl. Can you believe we just really started this journey? We're already at episode 10.
No, I definitely can't believe it, but I'm excited about our journey and it's still continuing. So I'm loving it right now.
And stop here, y'all. Before we even jump into this episode, you need to like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, girl. This episode, the new rules, sex and dating in your 30s. Girl, sex and dating in your 30s. So recently somebody asked me, was the 90-day rule still a thing?
Meanwhile, these men asking them for things that my mama never warned me about. So, I don't know.
All right, let's jump into it. All right, girl, let's talk about the evolution of the waiting game. Like, let's just get right into it. Is the 90-day rule outdated or is it timeless?
I feel like the 90-day rule is outdated. That's just me personally, my opinion. I don't think you got to take 90 days to get in bed with somebody, but I think you should definitely date a guy before you get in bed with them. Like, he needed to take you on a few dates. You had to be...
Yeah, but how much is a few? Because, see, that's the thing. That's where, like, it's like, okay, a few dates. What do you
Not like
qualify?
a few dates. I'm saying, like, you got to get to know someone.
Yeah,
you know what I
okay.
mean? I mean, like, really get to know someone, like, over the time period or whatever. That could be like you talking to this person every day for the next 3 weeks or a month or whatever, and the vibe is there. You know, he's wanting and dining you. The chemistry is there, hot and bothered. You know what I mean? Like,
y'all gonna hate me for this response, but I think not necessarily the 90-day rule, but I think it still should be some kind of, especially as I get older, I realize now that a lot of things are overlooked because we don't spend enough time vetting a person or getting to know a person in a relationship. So I think I'm not saying it has to be 90 days, but there should be definitely some period of time.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
That you spend vetting somebody that you are going to let in your most secret parts.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you know, somebody courting you, somebody showing you, like, I like you. Yeah. That should be the number one dynamic of it. Like, someone showing you, I like you. Not just speaking of it or, you know what I mean?
I just feel like it's so tricky out here right now. I feel like you can date somebody and they can court you in the beginning and be dating you. And if they dating you and courting you with the intention of getting that one thing that, like, so I just don't know. I mean, either way, I mean, it's like you damned if you do, you damned if you don't.
Life happens.
It's
you
like
know what I mean?
catch-22.
Right.
Yeah.
Life happens and you can't dictate everything in life. You know what I mean? So I feel like it's just, I'm going off the vibe. I'm going off how I feel about you, but I'm definitely going to get to know you and to feel you out. And we're going to be dating for sure. Yeah. We're going to be dating. And if I'm feeling like the vibes is there, the chemistry is high, the attraction is there, you know?
Yeah.
We going all the way.
I definitely,
you know, not within no days and nothing like that. Yeah. Like, I had to, like, be knowing you and feel comfortable with you. Like, I'm a person that I have to feel comfortable with you.
Yeah.
For sure.
All right. Yeah, I definitely feel like in my maturity now as a grown woman, like, I'm just not out there doing reckless things. Like,
oh no,
if I'm gonna go there with you, it has to be some period of time that I watch you and vet you over before I even I even let my mind go there.
Right. And beforehand too, I want to see some sort of paperwork. You know what I mean? Like, you know, I mean like a recent paperwork with you or whatever.
Let's talk because you saying paperwork, people don't understand break it down for the people what you mean by paperwork. I know what you mean because we talk about it all the time, but like,
results, like
You
your
wanna see, like,
latest
test results. You want to see that my chart.
Yeah,
You want to see what that
I
my
want to
chart
see
do.
your my chart, or I'm gonna tell you off top that I need you to go, to the
Get
clinic
tested
or
or-
get tested or something like that, because I'm a very mental person. Like, things can really like rub me and have me thinking all night long. Like, so it's like, for me, I just want to know that I'm in good hands. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And just not tricked, in any way or form.
Yeah.
I would like for you to definitely bring your results to the table.
I think that's and that's another reason why I think it should be a period of time that's weighted, because can you imagine meeting somebody and then like the first few days they like, oh, let me see your my chart or let me see your results. It's like we haven't even gotten to that level yet.
Once we feel like we're at that space, for sure, then we're having that conversation.
Right.
If somebody seemed like more eager to do those things, like get into bed with me or something, then and we're both at that space, and we're gonna have a conversation about it. Like, hey, I don't feel comfortable with just having sex right now or whatever. I need to see. You need to go to the clinic, or you need to go to your doctor. One or the other. I need to see something. I mentally, I'm not there. That I can't just go with it. Like I said, when you're younger, you do things, just unknowingly. But as you get older, you definitely want to take responsibility over your life, for sure.
Ooh, quality over quantity now in dating. Which one? You doing quality or quantity? The more the merrier, or I just give me one solid one and let's rock out.
Oh, I only need one piece. Like, I'm not a person that I want to have multiple sex partners, not at this mature age. I need to be just one guy doing all the things that I want to do. I feel like I just want to do that with one person. Mentally, it's satisfying for me. I can't keep up with 2 sex partners or 3 sex partners. But back in the day, I probably could have or something like that. But I'm not.
You ain't even in that head space.
Yeah, I can't. It's just like I can't. Like, I don't want to sleep with
It's
2
not
guys
fun.
at one time.
Yeah,
no.
it's not fun.
Because you can do all those things with that one guy. You know what I mean? Like, that one guy can really like do it for you. So I feel like if you really, like, even if you're single, I feel like you should just kind of just be sticking with that one person. Or, I don't know, if that person not doing right or something, you shouldn't be sleeping with them or something like that. Like, that's just
2025. The girls are liberated, honey. The girls think they can do as much, or the girls are doing as much as the men now. So, like, they feel like just as men, they can have multiple sex partners and they can hop around. I
ain't got there yet. No, like I said, once you get older, or even just back then, I don't remember just it being just like, oh, I want to, and I don't know. It's so much going on now, and it's like, you just have to take a responsibility and accountability at some point. You can get pregnant, you can get STDs, anything can happen. So I want to be more responsible with my life. I'm not sure what other people do with theirs, but I definitely want to be more responsible with mine.
So basically, you create your own timeline. You don't go off the 90-day standard. You create a timeline that works for you on when you ready to give up the goods.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's all in me. Like, everyone is different. You can't say what you won't do until you put in those situations. So, like I said, you could get with someone and he can knock your socks off and just be that guy that you've been dreaming of. Strong connection. Yeah. His mindset is good. He's an all around nice person. Like, you can see his actions move. He want to spend time with you. He putting forth the effort. He's like in it, and you can see that, and you can notice that he's in it. Like, he's not just, oh, I'm going to call you back later. He want to chat. He want to,
get to
know you for real. So it's like when you get in those vibes and the attraction is there, never know. You can't put a time frame on it, I don't feel.
Okay.
But I definitely feel like you should give it, some weeks or something like that, just to get some information, know his background a little bit, know what his mom like, or what traumas he might have and stuff like that. Just don't. I'm not a person that I just can't get in the bed with the guy. Like, no, not the first date, none of that.
You got to do some research.
Yeah.
And a lot of that comes with communications too. So like our expectations when it comes to communicating with somebody who we are interested in and may end up sleeping with, it's like we got to have a different level of conversation.
Right.
And if we're moving towards that.
And we got to have a different level of comfort as well.
Yeah.
Like, I need to be comfortable with you. Like, when I take off my clothes, like, I need you to love everything about me. You know what I mean? Not making me feel like, oh, I need to get a boob job, or I need to get a tummy tuck, or, butt or anything. Like, whatever I'm presenting to you, you liking it. You know what I mean? Like, you're not still interested in elsewhere. I'm at a point in my life, definitely, like, it has to be intentional. I'm not just sleeping with nobody, like, occasionally or, just candidly. Like, I need to know, like...
Yeah. Is there ever a time where you feel like intuition, like, trumps your rules? Like you said, you meet somebody, y'all hit it off the same night, like...
Oh, not the same night. I ain't doing the same night. No, I'm not going to take the same night. If you just said a couple weeks now, I would be like, yeah, maybe so not. But
because I feel like now people meet people and it's like they feel like they instantly connected or they instantly know these people. And I think they don't really know these people, but in their mind they're thinking they're knowing these people, and things move fast.
Right. I do believe things do move fast, but I think we're in an era now where sex is the communication. So people are now
they communicating through the sex.
Exactly. Like, they're meeting, and when I say that, I'm talking about like they're meeting and then they're already in bed, so now every day or every other day they're communicating, oh, well, what you doing? Come over. And it's not really, they have a relationship. So
they just have a connection through the sex.
Exactly. So it's not nothing gonna grow from that. So that's why I say you should get to know somebody and know their expectations of you and their intent for you. So when next thing you know, when that guy tells you like, oh, well, we were just having sex, then a woman could feel like, I thought we was building on to a relationship, and that wasn't talked about prior to.
Oh, that's why communication is a
key.
Big
yeah, exactly.
thing.
You need to have that talk and to have that understanding, like, what is your intentions with me? What we doing? And some women are down for just to be hang buddies or whatever.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's totally fine with them.
Yeah.
But I'm not doing it.
Yeah.
Because feelings happen.
Yeah.
And then when somebody just tell you like, oh no, you just my friend, or you just my buddy or something.
But do you think that when the girls that are down for that, are willing to that, do you think that even matters to them when people say, oh, well, you just my friend?
Some of them do. I do. I have been.
Okay, so you think they just say they down with it just to, get in the door, and then they think it's going to change over time?
Yes, I agree. I think so, for sure.
You always want to come into a situation the way you plan on leaving out. So I'm going to always... If my goal is to be in a relationship, I'm going to stress that from the beginning. I'm not going to come in playing like I'm cool with anything and then thinking that it's going to evolve into something because...
So if I come in and I say we just kicking it, we just kicking it.
Right.
Even if I start liking you, I just know we still just kicking it. You know what I mean?
Right. I'm not going to let myself go there because I've already set that standard.
And I'm not going to want to change that up on him either and myself, because it could be confusing. You know what I mean? Now I'm starting to try to cook for him and do things that like girlfriend
are outside of what I've signed up for. Mm-hmm. Ooh, so, I think we get that confused a lot.
Right. So I'm not going to do those things. I'm just going to, we kicking it.
Yeah.
I'm out, So, Case, what's your take on waiting or trusting your gut?
Waiting or trusting your gut. Okay. I feel like with waiting, it's more so foolproof, because if you wait, you're going to always be able to vet a person correctly and, kind of have an idea of what they're about. But I feel like if you're going off trusting your gut can be wrong. Your gut is not always right. So in certain instances, you trust in your gut. And then what if your gut is wrong?
Yeah, but it's trial and error. You can never really know, honestly, even with waiting. Because I have been in some situations where I have waited and gotten disappointed.
Right.
Either if it was sexual or mental,
Right.
I was like, dang, I still chose wrong or something like that. You know what I mean? So I just feel like as you get older, you just kind of like have a standard about things, and I think that's more so my take on it. You start having a standard, and you look at people like, what are we doing? Like, this has got to be intentional.
Oh, how you feel about the shifting of bedroom dynamics? I know we talk about this in detail a lot, but shifting dynamics in the bedroom, like how you feel about men requesting traditionally feminine roles?
That's not the kind of guy for me. I'm sorry. It's just not my type of guy. I don't knock what people do in their bedroom, but it's not my type of guy. I don't want to feel like I'm the masculine party
Yes. I want to be feminine. I want to be in my feminine energy.
Right.
Yeah.
So I feel like what's for me is for me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I'm with the traditional things now, but I don't want to demasculate my man, if that makes sense. Like,
But he might not be demasculated
to
by
me, it is.
Yeah.
To me, he is. I'm taking his masculinity or something.
Yeah,
like,
but that's the way you feel about it. He might not feel
it's
it.
in my head that it's happening. So as long as it's happening in my head,
it's a real thing.
It's a real thing. It's a problem for me because I feel like now I will basically, I could talk to you any kind of way, or I'll feel a way about you, like you the, you know what I'm saying? You the girl in here, or like, like, I don't.
I think naturally, best friend, you got a little testosterone.
But so that's what I'm saying. Even still, I just wouldn't want to do certain things to my man or whatever, like, eating his butt or nothing like that. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to do those things. Like, some women, like I said, I don't knock it. I really don't. Like, whatever women or people do in their bedroom, I don't knock it.
That's their business.
But I don't want to do it, and I don't want my man to ask me to do it or want me to do those things or something like that, or anything with his butt or something like that. I'm not homophobic, any of that. I just don't want that coming from my man. Like, I want him to
be a masculine man. You want him to be dominant in the bedroom. You want to be like the submissive. You want to be the feminine party.
I want him to take control and, take control and, like the guys that I feel like I date for sure, they're going to be the dominant ones. They're more so the pleasers than the receivers. Not per se, but you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, so they wouldn't want those type of things. And I've asked like questions because I'm like open and want to know what you like. Because if you like those type of things, I'm not the woman for you. You know what I mean? And I don't feel no type of way about it.
Right.
I just know that I'm not.
We not gonna work.
Yeah, I'm not your type of girl.
So do you think there's a communication gap when it comes to what people want in the bedroom, like for men versus women? Like, do you feel like men say directly kind of what they want, or do you feel like women say what they want and men are standoffish? Or
I feel like some men are vocal.
Yeah.
Some men are vocal. They like, girl, I want you to, go and toss my salad or something like that. But see, that's what I'm saying. I would rather for a man to be open like that with me so I could tell him, like, I'm not that type of girl.
Right.
Or I'm not that type of woman.
Right.
Like, we can't do anything. Like, you got to go and find your match. And I don't feel no type of way about it.
Right.
But women, I feel like we don't say.
Oh, we'll suffer in silence. My girls are down the cross.
Yes.
They'll suffer in silence. You know what, best friend?
Yes,
I've been learning this about me more so recently. I was not probably as vocal as I am now. Like, as a grown woman, I'm very vocal now. Like, if I don't like something, you gonna know I don't like it. I gotta vocalize it. Like, I gotta let you know where I'm at with it because it's affecting me.
Yeah.
Like, and if it's affecting me, I'm not gonna be able to move past it. I'm one of the people where I'm gonna hold on to it. Like, it has to be fixed. If it's a problem, it needs to be fixed. So I know that
Like
now in my 30s, I'm way more vocal about sexual desires and things that I like than ever before. Like, in my 20s, I probably would have let something slide, or I probably would have kept engaging. But now we can be in the heat of the moment. If it is not what I'm wanting, or I'm gonna be like, okay, stop.
Oh yeah,
Like,
no, for sure. I definitely agree with that.
I'm
Now,
not finna waste my time in that way.
I feel like I've always been like that. I ain't got time for that. Like, if I don't like it, I'm not going back. It's nothing. Like, and you know, I'm not.
But do you communicate that with the other party? Because I don't feel like you
No.
communicate that. Because I don't think you like conflict. So
I don't.
You won't say it. You'll just. But I think that's the more hurtful part of it, because you ghosting somebody for that. I feel like you should tell them, because they're not gonna know. Like, what if nobody ever told them?
See, I feel like what's for me is for me. You know. See,
I get what's for you is for you, but some people will never know if you never tell them.
But they'll have to find it out with the next person, because that person might not like the same things I like. You know what I mean?
That is true.
But I feel like I'm just a one-off. I'm a person that I feel like I'm a one-off. But because you just got that one time with me. You know what I mean? Like, if I hate it, I hate it. I can't even get past that in my head, even to tell you, you know, about what happened or whatever the case may be. Like, it's just never going to happen again. I'm never talking to you again. It's just done. It never happened.
I don't feel like that's right, best friend. I feel like we grown enough now that you can have the conversation like, hey, these are the things that you're doing in the bedroom that I don't necessarily like. And this is how we can improve those things. This is how we can change them.
Some things you just can't fix. If they don't have it in them, they just don't have it in
Some
them.
things cannot be fixed, but at least give them the opportunity to fix it.
Because it's not even like the size or anything like that.
It doesn't have to be any of that. But you still need to give them a chance to fix it.
I could see if it was like oral sex or something like that. You can fix that, honestly. Like, those things are fixable.
You may think you can fix it, but other people may think that's not fixable. So,
no, because you
it's all
can tell,
about
you can
preference.
coach. You can definitely coach and tell somebody like how to do something, and you know, ways of doing things. Some people use toys. Some people do a lot of different things, but it's coachable. No. But sex is not coachable to me. No, it's not. I'm sorry. I ain't going for it. I'm not going.
Sex is coachable.
No, it's not.
Yeah,
I can't. I'm not a man. I can't tell you how to.
You don't
have
have
sex
to be
with
a
me.
man to say what you like in the bedroom.
It's not a position that's not good. It's just like it's not what I like or something like that.
I think you are a little bit more nervous about hurting the person's feelings or than you are with just being honest. And I feel like if you're being just honest, it's like, yeah, they're gonna thank you for it in the long run, because you know.
No, Case, I just feel like my type of sex is just, it's not teachable. I can't teach. I need you to.
What do you mean your type? Like, you have your own.
I have my own preference of sex. Like, you know what I mean? Like, no, it's not teachable. I'm telling you that. It's not teachable. I can't teach somebody. I'm not a man. You know, men know how to, like.
Yeah, but you don't have to be a man. You're a woman. A woman is just as involved in sexual relations as men. You don't have to be a woman to teach a man how to please you.
Yeah, but I just want him to already know or come in. Like, that's why I date older guys, or I date, like, you know what I mean? So it's like, not saying all older guys know what they're doing, right, or just know.
Because some of them don't got experience.
That's what I'm saying.
Experience
or just like, it just, the ones that last with me, that's the ones who know. That's just like, you know.
The ones that last with you.
No, I'm just saying, like, not last in the way of going in sex and that. Right. But I'm just saying the ones you see me dating, that's the
for
ones
a long period of time.
Yeah, that's the ones that know what I like, and I ain't have to tell them and teach them. But I can't teach that. I don't know how to explain it, but it's not teachable. Like, I feel like you definitely can teach somebody how to give you oral sex or, you know, foreplay and all that stuff. But I feel like sex, I can't teach that. Okay. I can't train you with that. Like, I need you to come in beasting and knowing.
You need them to read between the lines and respond to your body. You want them to respond to your body.
That. Definitely, for sure. Like, I need you to, I just need you to know what I like or something like that. It's not knowing what I like. You just need to know me. Like, I don't know.
People just don't know things.
I don't know how to explain it.
You had to learn how to do everything that you do in life. Somebody taught you.
Yeah, but I feel like I don't know how to.
You can't feel that way.
No, I don't know how to explain what I like. It's not like a specific thing.
Right.
Like, it's not like just a thing. It's just certain
you know
guys.
It when you know
yeah,
it.
So exactly. Certain guys just have it, and those are the guys that just be like, oh yeah, like, oh, you on my same page. You know what I mean? Not we just click in like that. But people that just ain't there or something like that, I personally, my type of bad sex, I just don't like it. Bad sex, period. I don't like it. I'm never gonna talk to you again, or I'm never going back down that road again. Like, it's a dub for me. I'm sorry. I don't know how to teach you. I feel bad that I'll be that way, but I've always been that way. Like, I feel like ever since I can remember, like, I'm never gonna talk to you again.
All right, let's talk about setting reciprocity standards. Like, people reciprocate in sexual ways. Like, you don't want to be the person always giving. Like, if you the person always giving oral and your partner never give you oral, like,
I don't even know those type of people or something. You know, not just to say that, but
because that's a thing. So, like, what you gonna do? Because in your case, you don't like to speak up. So,
no, I don't talk to those type of guys though. That's what I'm trying to say.
Everybody you get with, just know. You deal with people in the know.
No, see, the ones that didn't know, I would not talk to them again. That's what I'm trying to say. Like, I would not talk to them again. So I feel like the ones that do know, it's like they just know your body, and they just navigate just well. Like, I didn't have to tell them. That's just like you dating somebody and you don't got to tell them how to treat you, you know,
right.
Or tell them, you know, oh, I want
that
you
to like flowers, or you like cars.
It's just like a natural thing. Like, so that person had to have that natural something that I was looking for, and that's what drew us in to be in that sexual space. You know, I really don't like bad sex, or I can't explain what he needs to fix in a sexual setting. Honestly, I wouldn't even know how to kind of like tell them, unless it was just like some extras, you know what I mean, that I was wanting or whatever, outside of just the sex part of it. But just sex, so I can't teach you that. Like, I want you to be a bit on the experience side of knowing your sexuality of a man. You know what I mean? Like, you done explored, you done you know, you're not saying open with your with your sexuality, but you're not against toys, or you're just like, you know, you a man, like, you a grown ass man, I'm gonna say. Like, it's not just a little kid, or you just humping or something like that. Like, he know your body, he's paying attention, he know how to touch you, he know how to kiss you, he know how to caress you. You know, he's not just jumping into sex or something like that, or just so eager to have sex. You know, some guys just probably, get on top of you. I don't know. Like, no, that's not for me.
All right. When did men start asking for all these different accommodations? I hear my friend girls talk about some of the most wildest things that, you know, happen in their bedrooms. Of course, I'm married. I don't talk about what goes on in my bedroom. I got a certain kind of standard, a certain kind of oath. But I'm friends with some girls who, they kiss and tell, you know, they might share a little something. So when did men start asking for all these accommodations? Because I'm out here in the married world and I'm just lost. Like, oh my God, like, is all this going on?
I think it's because when sex became the communication, like, that is their level of communicating or something in that range, or, you know, guys became to feel comfortable with, you know, asking for those type of accommodations, because it's just like, we just kicking it. So I'm gonna get you to do all those things. They might never even ask, like they could probably get a girlfriend and never ask her to do none of those things. But by it's another woman and they just sleeping with them or something, they got all that experience out the way, or they experienced those things with that type of woman. But I really don't know. I'm against it. Like I'm gonna just say that like I'm in a, long-term relationship, and I feel like my boyfriend wouldn't ask me to do those things. Like, I don't know when it changed, but when do you think it changed? Like, when do you think the accommodations changed?
I think it's all around us. It's a little bit of everything. It's a little bit of the music, the songs that we listen to. My coochie pink, my booty hole brown. It's all that, all those different things. Music, social media, influence.
Other people's opinion, like a broader network. And, like some people definitely are more.
And then, like, is porn still a thing? Maybe it could be, porn can have something to do. Is porn still a thing? Do people watch porn?
I don't think they probably watch porn together. I don't know. I don't think they probably watch porn together. Or some guys probably will put on porn while you having sex or something like that. But
that could be a thing where they learning or being educated through porn, because porn, like anything goes, like all kinds of scenarios.
That could be a thing, because like some guys are just probably put it on and they might definitely learn things from there, and it seemed cool, or they want to try it or something like that, and then they try it and they actually like it.
Yeah.
So maybe they're too experienced, maybe. So then it just becomes a thing for them. So Kate, how do you handle requests you're not comfortable with?
Like sexual requests that I'm not comfortable with.
Sexual requests.
I just simply, like I said, I'm very vocal now, so I'll decline. I'll decline and just be like, that's not something that I'm interested in doing. I don't feel comfortable with that. And if they don't, find somebody else who willing to do that for you. I'm not like you said, I'm not the girl for that.
Yeah.
So I'll just I'm honest. I'm always honest and straightforward in my communication. So I'm gonna just simply decline.
I feel like I'm straightforward too. Like I just don't know how to tell somebody like about bad sex, but I'm definitely vocal for sure. Like for sure, definitely vocal. But
if you're vocal, then you should be able to tell them that the sex is bad.
I can't teach you that, so it's like I don't want to hurt your feelings about something that I don't even know what it is like per se that I like. It's just a thing. Like some guys have it and some guys don't, and you're just not one of those guys probably. And I would just never go down that road again. But the ones that do have it, I think
that's more harsh than just telling them the reality.
I agree, because some people will hate you to this day. Like you just not talk to them. You just ghost them. You didn't give them a reason. You didn't tell them anything. I get it, but that's just the way I am. Like that's just it.
All right. Is there a double standard with what's expected from women versus what's expected from men in the bedroom? We talk about this a lot, but lazy culture, like I feel like women now want to be done and they're not really the doers. Like we always want to be on bottom. Like now, like how many girls out there like actually still like riding or on top or taking advantage of, like I feel like we more lazy.
Definitely lazy. I'm not gonna lie. Like I feel like
back in your day, you might have been giving them hell,
right? Or not even that. I just feel like it's just like you didn't have to do much back then. Like that, even if you did the most, you didn't have to. It was just like they, was pleased with what you was doing or whatever. But I feel like now
that we put everything on the internet, everybody telling all their business and what they do. It's like, girl, you got to step your game up.
What was working back in the day? Like that was working. What y'all talking about? Like So now, guys, I feel like it's open to like a broader vision to say, oh, well, my girl don't even do this. So see, So now y'all putting the comparison there, in which he probably was happy with what we had going on. Like, y'all, you messing it up for me, but
you putting making the workload harder.
Definitely making the workload harder. But I feel like it's only, like I said, I'm gonna please my person. I'm gonna definitely aim to please my person, but I definitely could be more so the lazier.
You could be on the lazier end.
Yeah.
I just feel like women are allowed that grace. I feel like men cannot be lazy during sex.
Definitely.
And that sounds harsh, but it's the truth. Like, men can't be lazy during sex. Like, women can slack off a little bit. And
yes.
But I feel like we put the brunt of the pressure on the men to perform, to execute. Like, we gonna do our part, no doubt, but
it's
the brunt of the work is on the man to execute.
Yeah, that's what I said. It's their, it's for them. I feel like they supposed to. That's just my opinion.
Yeah.
I feel like they supposed to, do their job. Like,
I'm not opposed to getting down in the trenches.
No, that's what I'm saying now. Because let me tell you,
I'm not opposed to getting down in the trenches, best friend.
Yeah, I agree, but I'm not. I really don't feel like I'm probably even the initiator either.
Really?
Like, I feel like
at this big old age, I think I'm an initiator. Like, sometimes I will initiate.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, it just had to be like yeah. I ain't big on it. I'm
really.
Yeah.
You wouldn't like. So your partner gotta initiate every time. What if he don't want to initiate every time and you got an itch that need to be scratched?
Yeah, like I probably see. That's what I'm saying. Maybe I'm not vocal enough. You know what I mean?
You definitely not vocal enough.
Maybe I'm not. But I'm saying it's like I probably would. Like, I feel like I had to be. I don't know. Like, I would have had it. Like I said, it's not all the time, but it's rare that I will really kind of like initiate it. But I will initiate sex with my partner. But it's not often at all. That's not something that I'm used to or I like. So I feel like a lot comes from my upbringing, like what was happening prior to. So I'm still stuck in the day ways, you know what I mean? And that's why I say I'm gradually like, getting into those spaces to be like, all right, like just taking charge and stuff like that. I'm used to men taking charge. That's why
the older I get, the more vocal I am, the more I feel comfortable initiating, the more in my bag I am.
Yeah. That's what I said. Maybe, I don't know. I just kind of be shy, or not really shy, but I'm just like, what if I'm a person like, what if he don't want to do it right now? Then he turned me down. Now I'm about to die. Like, you
how I take rejection.
That's what I said. I would be so in my head.
Like, if you initiate something, how often you think your partner gonna turn you down?
But that's just what I'm just trying to say. I be in my head too much. Like, sometimes I'll just be thinking like, what if he tired? And he just tell me no or something like that? Nah.
That best friend, you said, let me do. You initiate, but you don't see it as initiation because I'm your best friend. So you tell me about
that was back in the day, and that was like after we was kicking.
You hike up that little dress from the back.
That's what I'm saying. Like, if you have that was like so back in the day, and it was just like me and that guy was like, dating for a while, and it was just like, what's up with you? Now I'm starting to feel like, see, that's what I'm saying. Are you like gay or you don't like me? What is it? So I had to try to see what was the problem at hand. So of course I did that type of strategy to just like see what was up. But like flat out, I'm not gonna just like.
You're not gonna initiate.
Yeah, like I said, sometimes, like I said, I feel like I'm getting more and more better with doing so, but. That's just like, I feel like with, like, as you get older, you tend to just be like definitely vocal about things, or your attraction to your partner could be different. Like, you can be like, ooh, daddy or something, like, you know what I mean? He coming in, you know what I'm saying? And then it just be like, okay, it's natural. But beforehand, and like, as I'm growing, I feel like it's happening more natural for me than it was ever before.
Okay. Let's talk about preferences versus boundaries in sexual relationships. Like, okay, so the difference between the two, like, preferences are like negotiable desires, like things you can, things you
like
desire
spit in your mouth or something. Like, I'm just saying, like, what again?
Yes, if that's a desire of yours, I mean,
Like, certain things aren't negotiable. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
okay, so that's a boundary then. So that's the difference between a preference and a boundary. So like a desire can be negotiated, but then like your non-negotiables are your boundaries. Like those are your limits.
Yes, I'm like.
So do you have any preferences, and then do you have any non-negotiables? Like, do you have any limits?
My limits is anything related to a guy's butt area, or me doing anything to a guy, like penetrating him in any shape or form.
Yeah.
That's boundaries.
No.
Yeah, like it's a hard no for me. I don't want to do it. I don't want my partner to ask me to do it, but my preferences should be met. Like, I'm gonna speak about them. Like,
right. Do you have a preference? I know what your preference is. You want me to tell people what the preference is? I mean, I know what the preference is.
But that's what I'm saying. It's like, but it has to be in those moments. Like, it can't just happen. Like, somebody just do that to you or whatever. Yeah. Like, you gotta be.
No, but I'm not even talking about that. You going deep. I would never tell them that preference. Okay. But like a light preference is dirty talk.
Oh, you have to have that. Like, that's a mandatory thing. Like, what are you talking about? Like, if it's, come on, like you're just being kiddie at this point. Like, I'm not dealing with that. Like, if you
want somebody that talk in the bedroom. You cannot be radio silence when we in there doing what we doing. You got to talk. You got to verbalize.
You have to be very much so vocal with me, like, because it amps you up. You know what I mean? It gets the party going. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It definitely puts you in the zone of like, yeah, like, you know, and you got to be like rooting me on, like I'm just like, yes. No, because it's just like, you know, we in the game. You know what I mean?
Yeah. EA Sports, it's all in the game. We in the game.
Definitely, for sure. So it's like, if you're being silent that's dry vibes. That means
some people like silence.
See, that's what I'm saying. Like, I ain't that type of girl. You have to bring it, like, with those type of things. That's mandatory. It's mandatory.
Yeah.
It's mandatory with me. I don't want to deal with a silent sex. What do we like? What? That's just like one of those things. It's like, you don't even know if it's good or not. Like, that person is just being silent or not saying anything. Like,
you can't tell by body language whether it's good or not. Or you just want to hear it. You want to know.
That's amping me up. Like, what a part of it. We having a time. You get what I'm saying? So the time is not being had. That might be something for a guy. Like, they might, you know, not like to talk and be vocal. But that's not my type of guy.
Yeah.
Not my type of guy. Okay. I need to know. So what are your preferences and negotiables and boundaries?
Non-negotiables. Oh, definitely. I'm with you when you say I don't want to do nothing involving penetration to my man. Like, if I don't want to do nothing around your anus, nothing around your butt. Like, that's that will get me out of the mood fast. That will turn me off.
I'm thinking too much now.
And then a lot of people they gonna fall out when I say this, but a non-negotiable for me is also too, I'm not bringing nobody in my bedroom. I don't want to share my spouse with somebody else, or I don't want to share the person that I like. I'm stingy. I'm selfish. Like, I'm not sharing.
So that's a
non-negotiable for me. Like, I don't want to go there. Like, I don't want to open Pandora's box. We can't bring nobody in this. If we gonna bring somebody in this, we might as well just open it up. We gonna open it up. You go do what you do. I'm gonna do what I do, and then we can come back together and reconvene. But that's not my thing. And then something that I desire, something that I like.
That's non-negotiable. Like, they gotta be doing that.
You gotta take control. You gotta handle me. Like, not that pity patter stuff where you like, it gotta be some like,
Aggression.
Yeah, don't pity patter me. I'm not a
Yeah, I don't
little
like that.
doll
Yeah.
on the shelf. Like, get in there.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I'm with you when you're right
So
now,
that's
best
like a
friend.
preference for me. You gotta have some kind of.
I'm against too also the adding somebody else in your bedroom. Like I said, I'm not back in my younger days, you will look at things in a different light.
Right.
But when you get older, you'll realize that like I don't want to bring that type of
Outside party
energy
and energy.
because I feel like some men get carried away with it.
Yes.
You know, so
and
now
once you open Pandora's box, it's hard to close it.
right, so they can be feeling like, okay, well, we did it already, or feel like they could double back on that same particular girl or anything like that. Like as you get older, you want your person to yourself, and it shouldn't have to be shared. So I feel like, you know, some people probably did it like if they was out of town or, you know, something like in their later years, like how we're at our age, they probably did something out of town like that. But you're never going to see that girl again or something like that. But me at this age, no. Heavy on a no.
Just randomly, like, do you and your partner have like safe words or words that y'all use, like if he killing the mood or if you killing the mood, like?
No, I'm just not hearing about that. You know, when I was telling you, I was like, what is that? You know what I mean? So that's when I said I feel like I'm backdated in a lot of areas because I'm like not saying traditional, but it's like do your thing, like, you know what I mean? Have that aggressiveness towards me, but I don't feel like we have a safe, like I have never been with somebody with a safe word.
So how do you communicate like a hard limit without killing the mood? Like if y'all in the groove of things and it's something that you don't like or you're not really on board with, like how do you communicate that?
I feel like everything he already know I like it. You know what I mean?
No, that's not with every partner though. Like it's gonna be, especially when you just get into like start being
So
sexual
what is that?
with a
Like,
person.
give me some
So
examples.
like if you having sex with somebody and let's say they start licking your toes, you don't want your toes being licked like
okay.
pineapples. Like
I feel like the inside of my ear is like, oh my gosh, I don't know, I hate it. I ain't gonna lie, like I hate that. The inside of my ear, I hate it. Like that's one of the things I probably hate.
Yeah, but you don't have. So you would just communicate that. You'll be just like, stop.
Yeah, I just move.
Like you licking my ear.
I just like move my head, or I'm moving away from that.
Why don't you ever verbalize things? I'm just like really starting to notice, like as we doing this podcast, that you shy away from verbalizing a lot of things that you don't like. Like, do you think like it's conflict or something? Like, I don't know.
I don't know what it is too. I maybe think it is probably like
you don't, because
I
feel
having
like
hard
that's
conversations too. Like like I said, or feeling like being a buzzkill or whatever. We're in the vibes or whatever. I'll just move, you know, my head or something like that and get it back into the game. You know what I mean? But it's like I don't know. I won't say nothing though, but I'll definitely move my head for sure. Like I don't like that. Is there pressure to be more open about certain things in your 30s?
Is there pressure to be open about more things like sexually?
Sexually, yes.
I feel like it is, because I feel like we're exposed to so much now, like you said, and then like people share openly now, especially now that podcasts are a thing. People share openly about their sexual escapades and things. And I think when people start to hear those things, they're like, oh, you know, I may want to try that, or I want to try that, or, you know, so I think that kind of pressures people to be more like open and like the things that they try. But I'm real strict about the book. So like I am open to things, but then it's certain things that I'm just gonna be like, no.
Yeah, I feel like I'm probably open as far as like put some fruit on my body or something like that. You know, that's just a little, like that's what I'm open about or something like that. Or just saying, you know, I don't know. It's just not too many things that will make me want those things. Like I'm not gonna get in, it's not gonna put me in a groove if you do certain things like, you know, I don't know. I just want to feel that compassion. Like, that's the biggest thing for me, like that connection, that compassion. Once that's there, like, the sex or whatever it's gonna be, and you doing your job, like you shouldn't have to. I don't know, like you said, like you like aggression. So it's like, what if somebody just been all soft with you and just that would run my pressure high. Like now I'm over it. Like now, so it's just like I said, I'm never probably gonna try to go down that route again because it's like I don't know how to tell you to do me dirty, like in a way. Like
in 2025, we gonna work on you being more vocal about the things that you like. We gonna get set down, and
like
we gonna have to work.
I'm open to change.
Yeah,
I'm open
we gonna
to
have
change.
to talk you through being more vocal about the stuff that you want, and especially in sexual encounters.
But see, that's what I'm trying to say. I won't have to deal with that no more because I'm good where I'm at. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't have to say it, not a word. So it's like, I don't need to even,
How do you feel about post intimacy? Like, are you one of them people where like when the sex is over, like you go to your side of the bed, he go to his side of the bed, or do you want to cuddle or spoon?
I'm such a like now I'm now I want to cuddle or something like that. I'm definitely cuddling. If you do that to me, I probably would feel away. Like, see, that's what I said. It's a mental thing. Now I'm like, he hates me, or it wasn't good, or even
I'm gonna just jump in here now because I'm very vocal now. So like now in my 30s, like I don't mind the cuddling. Like I can see cuddling, but if you don't cuddle me right after, I understand because all the time I don't want to be cuddled. I'm hot. I done been performing. Like I need a little space. I need a little breather. I need a little air. I want to go get in the shower and then come back and maybe we can cuddle and stuff like that. Like. Not like right off the bat. Like right off the bat, I'm definitely probably.
So what if you're not sweaty and all of that, and it's just
after sex? It's just like I want to go get in the shower anyway. Like for just hygiene purposes, I want to go to the bathroom. I need to go do things for myself at that point. So like, I don't necessarily feel a way if you don't cuddle me right after.
And so this is like crack a night hours. Listen, we just got a crack in. We going to bed afterwards. What are you talking about? Like,
I am not going to bed, best friend. Let me, women, friends. I'm y'all friends, so I'm gonna tell y'all. After sexual encounters, you should really go use the restroom.
Oh yeah, not saying that, but of course you probably get up. But I'm saying like.
You should at least go and use the restroom.
That's what I'm saying.
Like directly after sex. It's just good hygiene.
That's what I'm like. So what do you like? What like? See, it's just. Of course you're gonna listen. It depends on the type of sex you had. Of course you're gonna go to the restroom, but
I just feel like best friend. You ain't telling the girls everything over there.
No, I'm saying literally after sex. Of course, like if you have had unprotected sex or something like that. It ain't even about the. No, I'm just listening to. I'm just giving the difference or something. So I feel like after unprotected sex or something, and if that's your partner, probably and things is happening inside of there.
Sex, I'm still going to the bathroom, even if we wrapped it up.
Yeah, because you're just cleaning off yourself or whatever. Yeah. I get that, but I'm just saying like overall. We're just like after that or so. I'm just saying like we. You want to be
I
want to be cuddled. Like I want to be like in your skin because we just did things that we just really got it cracking. I want to be in your skin. Like that's just how I feel. Like what is some things women are asking for in their 30s but they desire?
What are some things they're not asking for?
No, they're not asking for.
They desire in their 30s. Mm-hmm. Like I said, I think women are more vocal now. So I think the things that we want in intimacy and in sex, we're asking for now. I don't think we're holding back. So I don't think, I know for a fact for me, it's nothing that I'm lacking in that department. Like if I want something, I'm going to ask for it. And if I'm not getting it, I'm going to make it known. Like, I'm going to be vocal about it. I'm going to speak on it.
So you're just going to tell them, like, they break my back or something like that? Like, what you say?
I might not say it in that way. I'm not going to necessarily put it in those terms. But I'm going to say it so that he understands and knows what I mean. We are grown, best friend. Like... I can't even believe that you over here acting like we are grown.
get
We
it.
at a grown age.
Yeah, I'm over here sitting with a baby.
Exactly. And you talking
I'm not. I'm learning. You know, every day you learn something new.
Okay. All right, best friend. Let's play a game.
Okay.
All right. The name of the game is called Myth or Modern. Okay, so I'm gonna throw out a scenario, and then you're gonna tell me if it's outdated, if it's an outdated myth, or if it's modern day reality. Okay? So
Yes.
I'm gonna throw out a scenario, and then you tell me if it's an outdated myth or if it's modern reality.
Okay.
All right. And y'all can play along too in the audience. Y'all play along and y'all can write y'all answers in the comments. Whoever asks for the date pays for the date.
That's a myth.
What?
It got to be a myth or something like that's out.
That's outdated.
I don't even think that was a thing before. When was that a thing? I've never heard
Whoever
that.
asks for the date pay for the date.
I've never
That was
heard
a
of
thing?
that. I swear I've never heard of that.
So the men always pay for the date.
Yeah, but it wasn't have to be said because sometimes when we go on dates, I'll just pay. He don't have to ask me to pay for the date, or I don't mention you gotta. You know,
Right.
we don't. It's not a role thing. I feel like if we going out and I want to pay for it, I'm gonna pay for it. But
Right.
I never heard of if you ask for the date, you gotta pay for the date.
Okay, so it's a myth. Do y'all think that's a myth or is that modern day reality? Y'all get to us in the comments.
Definitely a myth.
Okay.
So, okay, sex on the first date means they won't respect you. Is that a myth or is it modern day reality?
That's a myth. I don't think because you have sex with somebody on the first date that they won't respect you. Because I mean, you can have sex with somebody a year in and they not respect you. So I mean, I don't think that's a myth. I just think that's something that I think that's a myth. I think that's something that we just throw out there. I don't think that's necessarily true. It could be true, but I mean, I don't think that's like modern day reality. I think that's more so a myth. All right, so women should never make the first move. Is that a myth or is that outdated reality?
It'll be a modern day reality to me. You know what I mean? Like or is it just a myth?
It's modern day reality.
Yeah, for me, because I feel like women shouldn't make the first move. Some women are like, stepping in and just going to take what they want, or do their thing. But I can't. I'm so like I can't.
Okay, so you think that's modern day reality that women should never make the first move?
Yes. I feel like it could be only because I feel like the guy should show interest in you first. You know what I mean?
agree. I definitely agree that the guy should show interest first. But women are out here and they take, like you said, they taking
The dominant role.
the dominant
So
role.
I know I know a woman that when they see a guy, they could just go straight up to them and say, hey, let's chat, or something like that. Like, I don't knock it, but
It's not your preference.
it's not my preference at all.
Okay.
So, Case, I heard both men and women are now going on dating apps are only for hookups, and the girls are for it. What you think? Is that a myth, or is modern day reality, or is outdated?
That's not a myth. That is definitely happened in modern day reality. People are going on dating apps for hookups only. Just think about all the dating apps out there like Bumble, Tinder, Grindr. Like those are all like apps that people go on to hook up. And
Yeah, that's
if
what
you
I
on
said.
that app, most of the time you down for that play.
Right. That's what I said. People now, I feel like in our 30s, I'm realizing that they're more vocal. And some people just like, okay, I just wanted to go on that app just to get somebody to, for one night and stuff like that. That's not things that I would do, but I don't knock it. It's, some women isn't good with the dating field or want to even be dating.
Okay. All right, guys. We have come to the end of this episode. We are going to give you guys some takeaways, and then we're going to read our best friend mail. So here are 3 takeaways from today's episode. Create your own rule book. You know, you don't have to live by what's been going on in the past. If you don't like something, change it. You know, you're not married to that. You can switch it up, create your own rules. I think another thing we talked about in this segment is communication trumps assumptions. I keep telling my best friend, you got to be vocal, babes. You got to communicate the things you like. You can't assume that people know what you like.
I'm learning.
And then I've been telling y'all all episode, confidence comes with age. Okay, now that I'm more mature and I'm in my 30s, I'm very vocal about the things that I like. So that comes with time. All right, and then before we go, also, we need you guys to comment, like, and subscribe. Don't forget, if you've been watching this video and you have not done so, go like, comment, and subscribe.
Please.
Of course, we can't end the show without our best friend, Mel, honey. We asked and y'all delivered. So here we go. Dear Vernica and Monique, my best friend since college has been dating this man for 8 months, and I'm seriously concerned. At first, he seemed perfect, charming, successful, attentive, but lately I've noticed some red flags. He constantly checks for location, makes jokes about her weight, and last month I overheard him telling her that her career goals were cute but unrealistic. The part bothering me is how much she's changed. My once confident, outspoken friend now second guesses everything from her outfit choices to her opinions. She's canceled our plans multiple times because he has had a rough day and needs her. When I tried to point out my concerns, she got defensive and accused me of being jealous because I'm single. Yesterday, she called to tell me they're talking about moving in together, and I'm terrified this is moving too fast. How do I express my concerns without pushing her away? Is it even my place to say something? I don't want to lose my friend, but I also can't stand watching her dim her light for this man. Worried wingman. That's how she signed out. Oh, this is definitely voice your concerns. I mean, if it's your friend, you gotta voice your concerns. Does that mean that your friend is going to take your concerns and, you know, readjust or listen? Maybe, maybe not. But as a true friend, you gotta always be authentic and real with the situation. So I would definitely voice my concerns to my friend. Go ahead, best friend, because I already know what you gonna say.
I don't know. I might not say anything because sometimes people really can take your opinion or what you say to heart. So it just depends on who it is and the dynamics of our friendship and how I feel like I can communicate with my friend. Because if I know that she's gonna be combative about it, I'm not gonna say anything. I'm just gonna, let her see and let her fall, and I'll be there to pick her up. But yeah. I'll probably just, let her experience that. And then, if I have to come in and be that listening ear, or I don't want to be that person to say I told you so or nothing, but I'll just be there at the end of the day if need be to pick her up. But I probably wouldn't say anything.
I just feel like I want to protect my friends. So I want to potentially prevent you from falling if I can by giving you my truth, like by speaking on it and letting you know what I'm thinking. But then, of course I'm going to support you through it if you fall and you need me to lean on.
I just feel like with men, women just going to do what they feel is necessary for them. So I feel like 9 out of 10, they're not going to take your advice when it comes down to being in a relationship. That's just my opinion.
So you think that speaking on it could potentially have you lose that friend?
Or just eat that, or just, I'm not going to say like mind my business. I kind of will mind my business on that because, like I said, when it comes to a man and a woman, she's going to do what she wants to do because that man has more leverage than I do to some degree.
Okay, I can see that too, but
I get what you're saying.
You got to be true to it. Like, if it's truth, it's just truth. Like, I'm gonna just speak on it. And I'm not gonna try to make her feel away, but I'm just gonna like express my concern and try to
Yeah.
prevent her from falling or making a mistake if I can. But if she does not take, I'm not gonna be mad with her. And like you said, if she falls, I'm gonna help her. But
I feel like it'll kind of irritate me a little bit. Like
Yeah.
if I was to tell her something like that and just say, take it a little slower, and she just decided to do what she want to do, it was just like,
you
yeah, I
wasted your
shouldn't
time.
even said nothing, because then she'll have it in her head that like, oh, I'm already against their situation. I'm already trying to put a negative on their situation. Like I'm already expecting it not to do well or something. So I just try to stay out of that.
All right, guys. Well, there you have it. That was from our best friend, Mel. We're going to go ahead and sign out. We'll see you next week. Same time, same friendship. Bye.
Bye, guys.